And now it's time for one of our favorite segments, Asshat of the Week. So, Nathan, who is our asshat this week?
Michael, I could not be more happy to introduce this week's asshat. It is our favorite puppy murderer, Kristi Noem.
Oh my gosh, Kristi Noem.
Kristi Noem, come on down.
Kristi Noem. I actually have a Kristi Noem in my garden. Oh wait, that's
Really?
just a normal gnome. Never mind. So what did Kristi Noem
Might be a
do
crusty gnome.
to get on our show this week?
Well, so honestly, I debated a little bit about what to classify this as. And then I remembered, oh yeah, at the end of the day, she is arguing for basically a fascist takeover. So you know what? We're just going to say asshat. So
Nice.
Kristi Noem was testifying to before the Senate. Now, remember, Kristi Noem is the Homeland Security Director. So, very important position. Homeland Security Director. She, ideally, this is supposed to be an expert in all things related to policy, related to law,
And administering Homeland Security.
and administering Homeland Security.
Yeah.
So you would think that someone who is in charge of the Department of Homeland Security would understand some things about the laws of that homeland that they are trying to secure. She was in a question. She was testifying before the Senate Homeland Security and Government Affairs Committee, and she was asked by Senator Maggie Hassan, who is a senator from New Hampshire, what habeas corpus was. Now, a lot of you have probably been seeing stuff in the news about the Trump administration trying to say, "Oh, we're trying to get rid of habeas corpus, trying to suspend habeas corpus." Now, Kristi Noem responded by saying, quote, "Habeas corpus is a constitutional right the president has to remove people from this country."
So here's why that's bullshit.
So, honestly, it is literally almost the polar opposite.
Yeah.
Like, habeas corpus is basically you have to have a trial. Like,
Yeah,
it literally
yeah.
means produce the body. Like, show me the body.
Yeah.
It's like, it literally just means due process. It means that you can't just arrest people without due process.
Yeah, and you have the right to challenge your detention by the government.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
exactly.
is a key right that prevents you from just being interminably detained or imprisoned without being given access to due process.
Yeah. So then Hassan has to explain to the Secretary of Homeland Security what this basic ass constitutional concept means, and then asks if, do you support that? And she responded, quote, "Yes, I support habeas corpus. I also recognize that the President of the United States has the authority under the Constitution to decide if it should be suspended or not."
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. So it was actually asked a little bit later in the hearing, like, okay, which part of the Constitution is that in? And she couldn't. She was like, I don't know. Can you name the article? Can you even name the article? No, I can't name the article. Now, here's the thing. That's fucking stupid that you can't even name the article. Because, look, if theoretically this were a power of the president, then that would be in Article 2. Because Article 2 is the article of the Constitution that lays out the executive branch. But here's the thing. The suspension of habeas corpus is in the Constitution in Article 1. Article 1, Section 9, which states that habeas corpus can't be suspended, quote, unless when in cases of rebellion or invasion, the public safety may require it. But importantly, it is in Article 1, which means that the authority is not with the president, it is with Congress. The president does not have the authority to suspend habeas corpus.
I think there's one fatal flaw in your argument, Nathan. You got to be able to read to be able to read that.
That is a good point. That is a good point.
So congratulations to Kristi Noem for being this week's
Asshat of the week.